North Carolina, what the home buyers and home sellers need to pay attention right now in October 2023.
Right, so we hear all these news and we see this all the time on YouTube and on the news is saying what's happening to home prices and home values and all of this stuff.
Everything cut half, 50%, market is going to crash.
Right, well, when we look at the data, what we see as real estate agents, we can see that this is not true in many, many ways. So we like to give you this
At
data.
least for our area.
We like to give you the area of Ayden and say, hey, this is what's really happening in our town. These are the actual numbers right here, right now. And that's why we give you these videos so you can actually understand. Now, with that, I would say, let's talk about the active homes, right? Active means these are for sale homes right now. There are 45 for sale homes, a lot of new. Pending was 19, which is under contract.
Which is going to get closed in 30 days.
Right, so they should be closing in unless it's new, and then it can take longer. And then it's 10 recently sold. Now, why does that matter? When I go 45 plus 19, that gives us 64. Divided by that 10, it's going to sell me right now. I have 6.4 months of supply in Ayden, North Carolina.
Which is a really good number.
We're going to get into what happened the month before that. But before we do that, we should do our introduction video so we stick together. So, let's hit it. Hey, it's Alan Victoria. Welcome to our channel and podcast.
And if this is your first time in our podcast and YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and get notified.
Honestly, the house text all the time at 252-327-3357. I don't know why I threw my hands up. Please don't be shy. Grab our buyer's guide and seller's guide in the description below. Now, let's talk about the previous month.
Exactly. My wife actually told you that 6.4 months was the inventory and months that just finished, months of September. However, if you're looking at months of August and months before, we had 4.15 of months of the inventory rate, and the reason is we had 43 homes were active on the market and 11 homes went under contract closing in 30 days and 13 they sold.
And I want to kind of give you some data, just roughly estimate. Now, notice how he just said 11 pending the previous month, and then I told you 10 recently just sold, which means out of those 11 contracts that were from the previous month of his, 10 of them sold. So you can see when people ask me, well, what's all the perfect houses on the market? What's my chances of coming back to market so I can buy it? Well, it's 1 out of 11.
Which is what? 9%, 9.1%.
So in Ayden, right now, there was a 9% chance rate because one home did come back to market.
And 91%, they closed it.
Yeah.
And then if you're looking at the year, at this time, September 2022, we had 3.42 months. And the reason was a brand new construction. We have less supply. And this brings us 87.13% from last year to this year inventory rate.
Which is crazy, right? But again, a lot of new construction. A lot of people like to be by the golf course. What can I say? Now, average days on the market in September 2023, there was 55 days on the market.
Which tells you exactly that how market in which direction goes faster, how much they stay in the market.
But what was it the month before that?
The month before that was 87 days. Therefore, we definitely got faster. And part of it could be we have less new construction.
Or they sold a lot of the new construction.
Or they sold a lot of new construction. And the year before was just 10 days, which was 450% increase.
Now let's talk about median list price. Now the median list price in Ayden was $294 to $240. I can already picture in my head what new construction is at that price. What about the month before that?
A month before that was $295, $990. A year at this time was $297, $420.
But if you think, oh wow, prices have decreased, it's not really, because let's look at the actual sales data of what sold. Now in September, what just happened? $287, $420.
Exactly. $287, $420. A month before was $295,000. And a year before was $184, $450.
Which brings us to a 55% increase in
from the
sales,
last year to this
which
year.
is again a lot of new construction. So let's talk about what I don't actually know of any duplexes or there's like maybe a couple old ones, but typically Ayden
one came
typically Ayden is single family homes. typically Ayden is new.
And for all new, including condo, townhouse, which says 99% of them is brand new. Single family home was $179 per square feet.
Right. Now, if you're looking for all construction in Ayden, it was $153
for pre-owned.
Pre-owned.
And if you were looking at the single pre-owned, was $166.
Right. So that's single family home. So which is, the door, the backyard, no neighbors. So let's talk about when we look at the data and we go deep dive into what are these homes. And I look at Ayden and I can see 5.2 months of supply is actually new construction, which we knew all along. So what about previously owned?
What previously owned was just 0.8 months, which brings us to 2.3 months in whole market. And months before, in August, our new construction supply was actually 8.1 months, that we had the really decrease of almost 36% from months to months, and pre-owned was 0.7 months, very comparable to this month, and in total was 2.
Let's be honest. If you're looking to buy a home in new construction in Ayden, I can bring you to a dealer, new home construction, and they're going to get 4.99% interest. So I mean, if you use the builder, sometimes they have specials as well.
Exactly.
Now let's talk about mean home value.
A mean home value actually a month just past was $179,837. A month before in August was $177,483. A year before at this time was $162,789. Which, how much was the appreciation?
11.3% appreciation. So
that's
Ayden
crazy.
had
In Old Pitt County, this is the highest one that we so far know.
Okay, so now when we look at the rents, median rent in Ayden is $900.
Which month over month increase of $25. Now, what is the insight from all these numbers for you as a home buyer and home seller?
Now, I want to say, notice how we said appreciation is whatever I just said. Now, appreciation has gone up 11%. What does inflation mean? And prices are increasing. What has happened to home values? Home values are increasing. This has nothing to do with the sellers. It has to do with how much our money moves and how much our money sells for. So home values have increased as a result, which means home prices are not going to be slashing crazy numbers or whatever like people like to dream about. What the truth is, inflation means prices are increasing. Home prices are increasing as a result. It's just the economics of the day. Yeah. And nobody's being a bad actor in here. There's no bad loans or anything where they're giving things that people can't afford. So with that, now that I've said all that, prices are increasing. It's instead to stay increasing. So how do you get out of this inflation is affecting my life and ruining my life scenario? You buy a home and you have a home and you can pay it off and you're not worried anymore about what's happening in the market, exactly. What's happening to my rent, what's happening to everything else, because you have a home that is going to stay the same price it is.
Exactly. And definitely if you're looking at the deal for the interest rate
and you can
afford, definitely we connect you for brand new construction. And as you see, the inventory rate really runs right now by the brand new construction in Ayden, North Carolina.
Now, if you're a home seller in Ayden, it's a great time to buy a home. It is still sell your home. It is still a seller's market out there. You can look at online tools all the time, but online tools only don't give you the human factor. We see what's going on in the market all the time. So we see that there's not a lot of inventory in Ayden for pre-owned homes. People like to buy.
0.9 months. That is the inventory that we have right now for pre-owned.
Right. So as long as you price your home accordingly and price it realistically, we are going to bring offers to your home and you're going to receive these offers for your home. So, I mean, that's the amazing part. As long as your home is the it home, it's not going to last forever on the market because that's just not what happens right now.
Definitely you need to stage your home, declutter, make sure that the online present that comes with those beautiful picture is in the best scenario. And price it, as my wife said, correctly. And that comes from the real estate agent professionals. And what else?
And make sure you're talking to us at Alan Victoria. But we are so grateful that you have stayed with us with this channel. We are very grateful that you're here all the time. And we're very appreciative.
Thank you for your support. Don't forget to subscribe in our channel and also grab buyers and sellers guide. And we love your comments.
And I'll raise the roof again later.
And see you in next podcast and video. Thank you.